Gratitude greetings. Hello everyone. So I am excited to introduce my dear friend Nidhi, who is a relationship coach and a graphologist. Nidhi blends her passion for personal growth with a deep understanding of human behavior also. So let's dive and discover that who she is as a person. Welcome Nidhi.
Hi, Shipra. Thank you so much for this invite. And I feel so amazing today. Thank you. Let's begin.
So much for coming. So Nidhi, tell us a bit about your journey, that how you became the person you are today.
Okay. So, Shipra, to start with, like you introduced me, I'm a relationship coach and graphologist.
Hmm.
I would like to tell you that 2 years ago, if you would have met me, I was a totally different person.
Okay.
And I was facing a lot of issues in my personal life, my health, my relationships, and I was working, but I was not consistent with my work, or you could say that I was not financially independent also. But today, if you look at the picture, as of now, it's a totally different person. I am totally changed and transformed, and it just all started with the journey of healing. So I didn't plan anything as to what or where I am today.
Hmm.
But yes, I knew that where I was not happy with with the way things were in my life, and especially related to my health. So I have worked and I have learned, I have grown, I have transformed over the last 2 years into a very different person. Today I am much more at peace and joy,
Hmm.
and in a much better health condition that I was. I will not say I fully achieved my goal in terms of my health,
Hmm.
though, but yes, I have really come a far way from
Right.
where I was. So that's how this journey started. It started, it was all about healing and my health and everything. But it got me where I am today, and standing in front of you here, all the audience, as a relationship coach, as a life coach, and also as a professional handwriting analyst. So,
Right.
yeah.
So it's beautiful. I really, matlab, the transformation which happens when we start our healing is really very good and amazing journey. So if you had to describe who you are at your core, matlab, beyond this coach, relationship coach or graphologist, then how would you define Nidhi?
I would say Nidhi is a person who is full of joy and integrity, peace, and love.
Hmm. Beautiful. We
That's
can
Nidhi.
right. We can see that also. And what's something that you are passionate about other than your profession?
So, other than my profession, as of now, I'm fully focused on my work, but
Right.
I am passionate about a lot of things. So, there is some, work related to crafting. I'm very passionate about that. So, before becoming a coach, I was a crafter, but
Oh,
I
wow.
was not, like I said, I was not consistent with my work, so I could not generate a fixed income or, recurring
Hmm.
income every month. But yes, I have learned a lot of things over the last. I've been doing crafting since 2016,
Okay.
and I have been trained by world best crafters. To name a few, there could be there is Marta Lepkowska, she's from Ireland, and there is Anna Dabrowska. She is a very famous crafter. Again, she is from outside the country, not from here, but so many crafters come to India. Then there are these crafters from Turkish, a brand called Kedans. So all these crafters have been coming, and India may be all the best crafters.
Hmm.
We have a very big community of crafters. आज के डेट में, if you see, there are a lot of handmade things are very much back in demand, right?
Very
So
much.
I used to make a lot of dream catchers, wall hangings, scrapbooks, cards,
Wow.
paper flowers, and whatnot. Like you cannot imagine. A lot of DIY jewelry and
Right.
a lot of things here. So
It's
that
really
is something I'm really passionate about besides uh, my current profession. Yes.
it's something really very exciting and different. क्योंकि आजकल ना मैं I can see also कि online it's handmade is very much popular. So
Yes.
Yes, I would like to ask this question that if you wouldn't have been a coach or graphologist, what other career path would you have chosen or pursued?
I would have continued to be a crafter.
Right.
Definitely, there is no doubt about it. Like if I give you a tour of my room, I'll just tilt my camera. Can you see the flowers behind?
Yeah.
These are all handmade by me. There is this box that you can see, the
Mm-hmm. Right.
napkin holder, that is also made by me. So a lot of things will be there. If I give you a, like, there is no wall in my house which is empty, and everything is handmade by me. So
Yeah.
we'll do a tour of my house sometime
Really amazing.
on a different day, maybe.
Yeah, it's really good. So, Nidhi, can you share an experience of yours that shaped your values on how you view relationships today?
Um, any experience that shaped my values on how I.
Yeah.
So I would say that 2 years ago, no, Shipra, it was a time for me to reflect because I was not in good health, but
Hmm.
my relationships were also, and pardon me for saying, but my relationships were totally in the gutter. And my health also. Both the two most important things in my life, they were not at all going well.
Hmm.
So somewhere I did understand that both things are interrelated. So my relationships affect my health, and my health affects my relationships, right?
Right. Right.
And no matter what you do, if one thing is not going right, like, also, you can say your work also affects.
Hmm.
But my work was going okay. I was, happy with whatever doing. I would not say fully satisfied, but happy. So
Hmm.
that was still okay. That part was still okay. And even if I don't work, it was not a problem, and I was in a very good shape. I
Hmm.
was still happy about it. But the problem was my health and relationships. Both were not in a place that I wanted them to be. And over the years, we start taking each other for granted, or some things we don't understand, we don't express or communicate fully.
Hmm.
And then there is this, we hold on to a lot of things from the past. Things keep happening, we keep on holding on to them,
Hmm.
and then they just pile up, and one day you feel like, okay, you don't feel connected to your partner anymore. Or
Hmm.
it could not just be your husband or partner, it also applies to your friends, your family, every relationship that you have.
Right. Right.
Even it could be with your work colleagues or your best
Hmm.
friend, like that. So all my relationships were not going well,
Hmm.
and I got this opportunity to reflect back and sit that as to why this is all this is happening with me.
Hmm.
And there was this one day when I realized ki, okay, now it's enough. Either I
Hmm.
have to, get the power back in my hands,
Yes.
because I was losing
Hmm.
the ground, and or else it will just keep on going this way. And I didn't find it, okay to be in a state like that. So I possibly would use the word, like you said, what experience, changed you, what values. I would
Hmm.
say this: I challenged myself that I have to be in a very amazing relationship, in amazing health. I challenged myself, so that I took as a challenge, and I started working on myself without expecting anyone to recognize
Right.
or appreciate me. I just,
Hmm.
didn't look back after that. I think a lot of resilience was there inside
Hmm.
of me, that, okay, I have to get past this one certain point and
Hmm.
not be like the same condition that I have been for the past couple of years. For maybe 5 years or so, I was just like stuck somewhere in my life,
Hmm.
and I was not able to move either back or ahead from there.
Hmm.
And like we know, as a coach, you are also aware, if we get stuck, it's not a good place to be in.
Not.
You are just like a victim who has no power over anything. And
Hmm.
you feel so, it's like you're already dead. You're
Right.
just breathing, but you're not alive. So I was not alive, Shipra, I would say. I was mere I was merely surviving. I was just breathing, but I was not living my life. I was in a lot of fears. I lived in stress, anxiety. I was on too many medications. And if you look at me today, there is hardly any sort of medicine, that I would need to take. There is no headaches, nothing like that. That doesn't happen to me, which used to happen so often. I used to
Hmm.
be in panic attacks, but I have overcome all of that in the past 2 years, and I've come a very long way from that.
Hmm.
I think that
That's
is how I really, took a plunge into doing something different and getting where I am today.
right. That's, I think, really good when we get to know that there's something that we have to work upon. And when we get stuck, we don't have to be stay there. We have to overcome from that.
Absolutely.
Right. So now I would like to ask that how do your friends and family describe you in 3 words?
I would say I am not a person of few words. If you will ask me
Right.
one word, I'll give you long paragraphs. So, but I would say um, they would describe me as a very fun loving person. I
Right.
love to host parties,
Mm,
go out with friends,
mm.
have an amazing time. So that's picnics and all. So fun loving is there, and I'm caring, I would say, and loving,
All these are there.
fun, loving, caring person, I would say. Yeah,
Uh,
very simple.
absolutely. So, and what's the most spontaneous thing that you have ever done? Is something.
So my brain design Shipra is not
Right.
such that I would, be very spontaneous. But
Mm,
yes, I have tried to balance that over the last few years. Since I've started working on myself now, I feel more. I would say earlier I want to be in control of everything.
mm,
So it's not that instinct is not there anymore. So now if some opportunity comes up randomly, I'm here like, okay, yes, I go ahead with it just as of today. I don't think too much about it. I don't have to have,
mm,
follow a process.
mm,
But yes, earlier I was, if someone will offer me something, I'll take too much time to decide and the opportunity will just,
mm.
go to someone else. So yeah, I've learned a lot of lessons. So I know how to be spontaneous now. That works well with me.
Really. So, say your journey is how you have told is really interesting, I would say. And on this, there's a question that if your life were a movie, then what would be the title of that movie? What would be the title you give?
Oh, I can very well relate to this movie Shipra, Jab Tak Hai Jaan.
Right.
You know, so it's not like Why Me God,
Hmm.
where that perspective was totally different.
Hmm.
How Shah Rukh Khan, was questioning God, like, why me God? So I'll challenge you every day.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'm like, give me more, I can face the challenges. So I'm more on the receiving end. Whatever you give, I'll just make something good out of it. That's me as of now. So,
Ab-
and I love this song, chali re,
हाँ
chali
ये
re,
बहुत अच्छा सॉन्ग है
junoon ko liye, the song that Anushka has.
हाँ
And I live by the song Dear Zindagi, the
राइट
Alia Bhatt song. That's one of my favorite songs.
हम्म
So I hear this few of these songs every day. I think Unstoppable by Sia or
हम्म
Flowers from Miley Cyrus.
हम्म
I think these are all, whether be it English or Hindi, all these songs are pretty much on my playlist every day. So
I think music is very important. If sometime of the day I also give 15 to 20 minutes of listening to music because it gives like some energy आ गई ऐसा लगता है तो
Bilkul, very, very. Sometimes, Shipra, it's not that I don't have breakdowns. It's not that I don't face challenges.
हम्म,
It's just that when now challenges or breakdowns come, it's very simple. I just play this song. If I get stuck, maybe I have to record, let's say few
हम्म,
videos on one topic. So I'm getting stuck. And if I'm not feeling that inspiration, I'll just use my playlist
हम्म,
15-20 minutes if I'm listening to that music, and after 15 minutes I'm totally in the zone, and I'm like then working till 1 p.m. in the night. It's my like go to time to sleep now.
right
And I try really, to sleep by 10 to 11, between 10 to 11. But usually my sleeping time is 1, but still I manage to wake up, on time the
हम्म,
next morning. So even if I sleep late, I don't sleep till late the next day. So I think that is one of my feats that I have achieved. Getting up at 6 a.m., writing graphotherapy,
हम्म,
that I feel very, privileged to do that, because you may someone may get up to make a tiffin, or I'm not looking down upon somebody, but
Hmm.
whatever is important for them. But I'm just saying I have that privilege that I can just, invest in my growth, that kind of time. I am blessed to have not have that
Hmm.
kind of opportunity that I have got. I can use it to my full advantage. Like I have the 24 hours to myself. So I just keep on doing whatever is possible as much as I can do. And I really challenge
Hmm.
myself every day कि और नया क्या सीख सकते हैं, what is more to read, what is more to learn, what is deep dive into some
Hmm.
new topic today. So that's just how it is for me now.
So for growth, I think we have to learn, keep on learning new things. तभी we'll grow.
Absolutely. And like I said, I was stuck for a few years, and at that time, it was totally like I was dependent more on TV, all the food, just going out and then again coming back home. And I was, I'm totally different now. So, yes, I can understand.
So since it's a weekend, today's Friday, tomorrow Saturday, so what's your favorite way to spend your weekend when you are not working?
So if I'm not working, you'll find me either going for a drive with my husband and few of the people that we live in a campus. So we have few people. So
Hmm.
we'll all get together. We'll go out so to some riverside or some waterfall area because we live in Uttarkashi. So it's
Right, it's a
all
beautiful place.
beautiful places are there. So we'll just take our car and we'll go for a drive and we'll be with our friends and we'll come back by evening late or something. And
Hmm.
sometimes if in the evening we've been sitting together, maybe have a small get together party type of thing at home, then after the party we just take the car out and we go for a drive, and probably we try to find कि leopard दिख जाए आज हमें,
अच्छा.
things like that. So very daring fun things, and actually there are a lot of leopards in the area, but so far I have not been so fortunate to as encounter one. I've heard, like
Hmm.
I've seen from a distance, but not
Hmm.
from up close. So, yeah, that's one wish maybe this winter.
कभी he could be
I'm
visible.
hoping that we get a good sight, very close one, up close and personal meeting with the leopard.
Leopard on a weekend.
Oh, you can't imagine the kind of things we are all
Right.
into. Yeah, some
Really wonderful. So
fun stuff, really adventurous.
I adventure. I also love doing all these things. But
Oh,
when I
please.
go to some place like this, then
Hmm. Come to Uttarkashi then.
sure.
We'll take you.
Now I'll come to Uttarkashi.
Yeah.
So my last question. This is Nidhi in one word.
Sorry?
Nidhi in one word. Nidhi.
Nidhi in one word.
I know you can't, but
That's a difficult question for me, yes. Maybe you can tell. So whatever you know about me so far, I'll just
I would say Nidhi in one word is fun loving, friendly, and confident. I have so many words I have a long list I can tell you.
I know, but to summarize all of that, if I would use one word, Chipra, I think that would be courage. There is a
Yes,
lot of courage in me.
absolutely.
Like, I don't shy away from failing, from
Right.
learning new things. Even if I am facing some problems, I'll be very vocal about it. I've always been courageous. Even when I was stuck and I've lost all the faith, I think courage was one thing that kept me going. Fear में courage होना लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया शायद, है ना, कि यहाँ पे courage कहाँ था. But I can tell you, Shipra, when I was stuck, I faced a situation where I encountered a life-threatening disease during COVID, and
Hmm.
doctor advised that I have to undergo a neurosurgery, and it could also convert if the first surgery didn't go well, then they would do an open brain surgery. So the disease that I'm talking about is cerebrospinal fluid is there in, which protects our brain. So I had a leakage of CSF, so it's called CSF leakage, and that I encountered this disease in June 2020, July 2020, sorry. Yeah. And I had a small incident where I fell, I slipped, I hit my head and my wrist fractured. And that was peak COVID period. And doctors in Medanta, Gurgaon. I was that time in a very far flung place called Menchuka,
Oh.
which is at India China border, and one
Mm,
of the very small, it's like a not even a village
mm,
in Arunachal at India China border. And there's no doctor, no medical facilities. It's like this almost 600 kilometers from the main city.
mm,
Uh, Dibrugarh was the nearest city, and it
mm,
was more than 600 kilometers away from there.
mm,
And I don't know how, but by God's grace, with this, though the fear was there that I might not live another day, because doctors told if you don't get operated, you may die if you encounter any disease or infection at this time.
mm,
Within 24 to 48 hours, nobody will be able to save you.
mm.
And I, at that point, showed courage and I said no to the surgery, because they said "Ki, it can convert into an open brain surgery if the
Right.
first surgery is not successful." And
Mm,
hearing that, I just reflected, "Ki, whatever time you have given me, God, I decide not to go with the surgery, but I'll find something else to treat myself." And I had a lot of faith in God. And I chose homeopathy. And with the 200 rupee bottle of homeopathy medicine,
mm.
I didn't even meet that doctor, and that is one of the best doctors I would say I've ever met. He was in Lucknow, I was in Arunachal,
Also in
and
my
I was no network zone, and I treated myself. Within 6 months, I was fit and fine. So, overcoming a disease, life
right.
threatening during COVID,
Mm.
avoiding surgery, choosing homeopathy, I think that shows a lot of courage about me.
Indeed, absolutely.
Even doctors were like spellbound after they see my previous and my later on reports for the MRI and everything. It
Mm,
shows the leak. There was this gap between my brain and the nose. There is some bone that is
mm,
there that was ruptured.
mm.
So small leak was there, but it caused a lot of problems in my life. For almost 1 year, I was totally bedridden and in a very bad shape of health. But yes, I overcame that.
Right.
So only after that my real healing journey started. From there I understood that life is not, you know, like very difficult
Right.
unless I make it or see it that way. And I can make it easier, and that's how my healing journey started. So
Absolutely, Nidhi.
thanks to the universe, all my mentors, I would say.
Mm. You're really courageous because the story that you told was really. If somebody else would have been there, maybe they would have thought, कि नहीं surgery करा लेते हैं, whatever thing they
And I'm not saying that going for a surgery would have been wrong, okay? Maybe it's okay for some people. It is up to, it's your own choice.
Hmm.
But sometimes people put you in a place where they say that there is no choice, no other option for you.
Right.
And within, if that fear is there that my life is at risk,
Hmm.
if I choose to be in fear at that time and I don't have any courage inside of me, I'll just fall prey to whatever somebody, they will lead the way for me. I feel that I am left without any choice. And it should be one's decision. At least if your life is at risk, you should be able
Right.
to take that decision.
And this is the time when people have to take decision, or because of fear, some people don't take decisions because they don't have that courage. So I think it is really important.
So yeah, synonym for Nidhi is courage, I would say.
Courage, absolutely, really, Nidhi. More power to you. And
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for coming and sharing your life journey and who you are as a person. Thank you so much, Nidhi.
Thank you, Shipra. It's been a pleasure. And I hope that my journey can inspire a lot of people and motivate them. And I would just say to anyone who is in, any kind of problems right now, be it a relationship or health, or it
Mm,
is related to your work, there is nothing that you cannot overcome.
right.
If you are stuck at some place, and once you decide, you have this courage inside of you and you tell yourself that, okay, I will get past this, because that's just one day of your life, it's not
Right.
your entire life.
Right.
But if you get stuck, yes, you cannot come out of that vicious circle. So have that faith, have courage, trust in the universe, and be there for yourself, even if no one is there for you.
Right. This is very important. Be there for yourself if there is no one for yourself. Thank you so much, Nidhi, for sharing these beautiful insights.
Thank you, Shipra. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank